Hello and welcome to Between the Lines of Chris Coronado. I am your host, and I am going to be doing this intro as a stock intro for um, this episode because I wasn't sure what I wanted to do for the intro, and I just went ahead and recorded, and now I'm putting this onto the intro. Uh, On today's episode, I have a good friend of mine from the desert. His name is Gene Pietragallo, and I had a blast. I know he had a blast, and I really can't wait to invite him back because, man, it was a lot of fun talking with him. I miss that guy, and I miss everyone from the desert. But we'll save that for another episode. So, without further ado, Gene Pietragallo, Between the Lines of Chris Coronado. Enjoy. We've been hanging out all day today. Well, not all day, but around.
You got me real warmed up for this.
I know, I did.
You know, like I'm gonna give you 5 hours of friendship before we even start. Huh?
I know, dude. Like, I wasn't expecting that much time.
It was a glow. I'm glowing right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Stoked.
I buttered you up, huh?
You really did, man.
Yeah.
You fed me a salad with ranch that you made yourself.
Dude, I had to. I had to, man.
It was good. It was really good.
It's the kind of treatment that I have to give my babes, And then, got some brews right here, so.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna progressively get louder and more obnoxious.
Hell yeah.
That's good.
Well, let's get into it, man. So, obviously, the one of the biggest reasons why we are friends is because you are like I said, a fellow musician, enthusiast, music enthusiast, and
Yeah, you can say that. Yeah.
yeah. We'll go ahead and say that. But also, you were in a couple bands. One of the biggest bands that you were in. Well, not one of the biggest, but the reason why we know each other is because of a band that started in Yucca Valley.
Yeah.
Right? So tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah. I mean, first, I am definitely like a musician and I like what I'm doing, but
Yeah.
it's just crazy to think that's how we know each other, because I really haven't been in that many bands and I haven't played that many shows.
Yeah.
I definitely go to shows more and listen to more records and stuff, but yeah. He Films the Clouds back in the day.
Yep, when they first started.
2011.
Shit, man. When you really think about it, it's been
that long.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Well, the reason why I say that is because, honestly, the only times we hung out prior to these past few years was only at shows or practice.
Band oriented. 100%. Yeah, so that was the topic.
Yep.
Conversation always.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was, I don't know. I didn't really think about that until we started talking about it, and I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
We're music buds.
Yeah. Really, we're regular buds and music buds at the same time.
It's a pretty solid crossover. If you
Dude,
think about it.
I'm up for that, man.
Yeah, dude, me too.
That's a solid. Yeah. So you mentioned you were in He Films the Clouds. For those of you who don't know, He Films the Clouds is a band who is still active, and when they first formed the band, I wouldn't say, I don't know actually. I don't know when they got you, but I know Anthony was looking for.
I was a year-long blip on the radar. Really, you know what I mean? It was so weird too, the way that I met Anthony.
Mm-hmm.
Anthony plays a huge part. Every band I've been in that's done something is Anthony's fault.
Yeah, yeah, really. Yeah.
That guy, he doesn't give a fuck, dude. He's so dedicated.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I was in a band called Break the Empire in high school.
I remember. Yeah.
And it was butt rock deathcore. We didn't know what we wanted to be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was fun though, but it was too many. Half the kids in the band were weeaboos, and then the rest of us thought that shit was dumb. So They kept trying to make us do like Dragon Ball Z covers,
Yeah.
but deathcore, and then we were like, no.
Yeah.
No, it just didn't. It could possibly have been the worst band of all time, but that didn't stop people from agreeing to let us sell pre-sale tickets to play their shows.
Yeah, really.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
Oh.
yeah, I met Anthony, and I was trying to sell him pre-sale tickets to my show in Los Angeles at the Palm Desert Mall.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, in Hot Topic.
Oh,
I was
shit.
in Hot Topic, and he just like, I was like, this guy's beanie is exceptionally large. Like, it's very saggy. Like, he probably listens to music that I like.
Dude, how fucking cliche at
Yeah,
a fucking
dude.
Hot Topic, man.
And I was like, do you want to buy a pre-sale ticket? And he was like, no, but I'll listen to your band, though. And I was like, I'll take it, you son of a bitch. And
You son of a bitch, I'm in.
yeah, and I didn't see him again for like 6 months, and like I lost him on like Facebook somehow. Like I ended up deleting my account, and then I was like, oh, I'll never find that dude. Like, he was cool. He was just in it for like music. And then I like played a show with him in Break the Empire. And I was like, dude, and he was like, Dad.
With this fucking exceptionally large beanie.
Yeah, no, yeah, he's really into that beanie, dude.
Yeah, that was a big phase in his life where he had that fucking really big beanie. You would think that he would have like dreadlocks underneath, but it was just a fucking ball of hair.
His life could be summed up in like BC and AD, like, except it's like pre-beanie and after beanie. It's like PBAB. Like that. Dude, it's a big transformation.
Yeah.
Without a beanie.
Yeah, he did go a while with that fucking beanie with the long hair too.
Yeah, straightening it. He had the fucking bedazzler or whatever it's called. It's like a comb that straightens. It's like a brush that straightens your hair. Yeah, he had that in his backpack all the time.
Oh shit!
Stuck to that shit.
Man, oh man, oh man.
But yeah. Anyway, I just went large tangent, but I just brought that up because like he's the reason every band I've been in.
Yeah,
has,
no.
Gone somewhere.
I mean,
So that's how I met him and met you.
I was just gonna give a little background on who Anthony is. So Anthony is one. How should I put this? He's the one cousin. He's a cousin of mine. He's the only cousin I've ever fucking hated and loved at the same time growing up. And he knows that. And he knows that. We hated each other, throughout the years. So,
cool.
But we also love each other at the same time. But yeah, so he's a cousin of mine, and I don't know if he would admit it, but one of the biggest reasons why he got into music, and he told me, was because I left the System of a Down CD at his house.
Oh, which one?
Toxicity, I believe, or sugar, or
The Hand?
Yeah, with the hand.
The self-titled.
Yeah, the self-titled. Yeah.
Dude, that's a crazy record.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you got Sugar on there. You got that song Peephole.
Mm-hmm.
You got the song Spiders.
Yep.
Spiders.
Yep.
That changed my game, dude.
That was a solid fucking it's a
I remember
solid
being
song.
in like 4th grade.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, that is hard.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's heavy, but it's also got like that. I don't know. They were like my precursor to like Deftones and like more like out there stuff.
Yeah, you know what? I never got into Deftones.
Really?
No.
I got Deftones
shit,
tattoo.
What the hell?
The only tattoo on my
holy shit, dude! I didn't even...
torso is a white pony.
Fuck, man! I know you had that fucking tattoo on your calf, right?
Oh, that thing sucks. I hate that. I have an appointment to get that covered up.
What was it like?
At some point.
It was like a hot rod car or like a microphone.
It's Did I ever tell you the story of that shit?
Yeah, but it was like a while ago.
Oh my god, dude, I could go off on that shit too. I'd rather not though.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Anthony. We'll get to that.
So, anyways, Anthony, he would always try to get like people together to play shows or like band or to form a band. So sometime after he gets you in, he films The Clouds, and you guys just start. I mean, Jacob Garcia, like that dude's a fucking magician when it comes to playing the guitar.
He's got some fast fingers, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's pretty wild.
Yeah.
Also great at recording.
Yeah.
I don't hear about. I feel like that guy should just have like a recording studio and
For real.
like be like Will Yip or somebody. You know, like he should just like he should be an audio engineer because he can definitely like record shit. I don't know.
He's good at it. I mean, he's
obviously that's just really hard to do.
Yeah. He's recorded all of like He Films the Cloud stuff.
Yeah, it's all really good.
So
yeah, I feel like he'd be able to like if he was like if he just wanted to.
Yeah.
Or like if he had the means to like take time off from work.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy's a fucking genius.
Yeah, and it's funny because like I mean him and Anthony are really good fucking like not just musicians but like you know they're good with music theory and all that shit. Yeah. So but anyways the reason why I pulled you here or why I asked you to come here is because you know somewhat about playing shows and music and stuff like that. So which is just what this podcast is about. It's just talking about music, as I mentioned earlier. So again, you formed or you came into He Films the Clouds. Tell me a little bit about that. What that was, that experience.
Honestly, it was kind of cool. Like I hated it at the time because I was like I wanted to like just write all my own like shit, and I was like super like I'm gonna graduate high school like next year or this coming year, so I was like fuck, I need to like figure it out so I can like my whole plan was to like not go to college and find a way to tour, which is like fuck. Growing up now, I'm like that was where are my priorities?
Easier said than done.
Yeah.
Easier said than done, obviously.
No, that just came to be because, like I said, I tried to like pull it off, like some pre-sale tickets.
Yeah.
Dude, Palm Desert compared to Los Angeles, like 2 hours and some change away.
Yep.
Trying to sell pre-sale tickets to like just any kids we saw that looked, like they kind of fit the description of like looking like they had listened to Chiodos. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like so, like. That's literally how I met him, like just by chance.
Fuck yeah.
And then by chance playing a show with him after I lost touch with him.
Yeah.
But yeah, he hit me up on like Facebook and was like, yo, like my band wants a guitarist. Would you be down to come and jam with us?
Mm-hmm.
And it ended up like working out pretty well. I mean, I like heard Jacob play guitar and I was like, oh, I'm not going to make it in this.
Yeah.
And then it ended up working out and everyone got along really well.
It's very intimidating watching Jacob play guitar. If you're a guitarist?
Yeah, especially as I've gotten older too. Like I don't play technical shit at all anymore. Like I'll like kind of like just playing sloppy like fucking Fugazi sounding shit.
Yeah.
Or like Nirvana sounding shit. You know, I don't know. That's my kind of jam. Like watching him play like technical, like super like legato licks everywhere. I'm like, oh fuck. And he knows music theory on top of that. I'm like, you know what, dude? Like, I'll just go fuck myself.
Yeah, really. That's where if you're a guitarist, that's where you belong when you're next to Jacob.
Yeah, so it was super intimidating, but like it was like also a lot of fun. Like,
yeah,
it's not like he wasn't like a dick about it. He was like, just learn these parts.
Yeah,
he just kind of showed me everything, and I played through it all, and we were like recording stuff and learning. And remember he was like 16 or 15 and he would just smoke like a pack of cigarettes a day for some fucking reason?
Yeah.
What the fuck was that?
Yeah, that was I don't know. I don't understand it. I remember one time after their band practice, he wanted to drink, right? And he was like, I want something that's gonna get me like fucked up really quick, right? I don't know if I should be saying this, but
it's fine.
Yeah. I just realized that.
Did you give an underage kid a Four Loko? Is this how this story ends?
Did he tell you that?
No, I'm literally just guessing.
It was great.
That's rad. But I remember he had me learn all these complicated parts.
Yeah.
And I don't even know if he gave me tabs. He just kind of like played it on his guitar and handed it to me.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, now just play that. And he like had me keep like rewinding on Reaper and playing the same part. Mm-hmm. And he would just leave and he would just smoke.
Yeah.
And I was like, I was like, okay, I guess I have no choice. I would like leave, and like my fingers would be like kind of bleeding a little because I had never played anything. I liked like faster shit, like His Blood Runs Black and like all that shit when I was like that age. Where like, you know, he was doing like crazy like sweep picking, like string skipping shit.
Yeah.
Anyway.
He was in the year 3000 basically when it came to music.
Yeah,
play guitar like.
Yeah, he's
way ahead of his time.
Now, dude.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like, you know, I passed that little like speed bump of like being like nervous.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Whenever anyone's like great at something you're passionate about and you meet them and like they want you to be involved.
Yeah.
Like that's always intimidating as shit. But
Mm-hmm.
honestly, dude, I'm like glad I did because like everyone I met through that shit became like a really good friend.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? That's
For
how
real.
I met you and like your brothers and everyone, dude. Like I didn't have any friends in the high desert before that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You guys like that opened up a whole door to like cool ass people.
Fuck yeah. Hell yeah. I know, it's crazy. Woo. Hey guys. What is going on? Let's take a moment to talk about the sponsor for today. It is a very important sponsor for a lot of people. Not so much myself all the time, but when I do care for this sponsor, it's always there to pick me up whenever I need it. Guys, alcohol, okay? I'm not even gonna spell it because I'm under it right now. And plus I'm too fucking lazy. You can figure out how to spell it out. You tell me. How about you text me or you send me a message telling me how to spell alcohol so I can laugh at your face. Okay? So, again, life is going too well and you need some mayhem in your fucking life. Well, I've been there before. I've been there, guys. I know what it feels like to have everything and then just want to ruin your whole fucking life. And I feel like going with my sponsor, alcohol, will do it for you, obviously. So, I love it. Again, when I don't have it, I'm cool with it. But when I need it, it's right there in my fucking fridge. It doesn't matter where you go and buy it. You can go to fucking, CVS. You can go to fucking any liquor store. Unless you're in the desert, you're fucked. Then you have to go to a fucking grocery store or one of the millions of fucking Stater Brothers that are up there. All the people that live up in Yucca Valley, Joshua Tree, 29 Palms, you motherfuckers know. There's a whole bunch of fucking Stater Bros and nothing else. So, other than that, like I said, you can buy it wherever you want. Alcohol, doesn't matter which one it is. As long as there's alcohol in there, you will have the fucking time of your life. So, excuse me. And at checkout, type in promo code LINES. That's LINES. LINES. God damn it. And see how much more your life will improve with this sponsor. So, yeah, if you think that this is a real sponsor, you're an idiot. And yeah, much love and enjoy the rest of this episode.
Yeah, and He Comes the Clouds was kind of like
Staying on one little section.
Yeah, and like it's really good, but like I just kind of wanted to be like louder.
You were straying away from what they were doing.
It got more into like punk. So I quit He Comes the Clouds, and then like a few years later, Anthony hits me up. He's like, "You want to join my band again?" And it's an even more metalcore sounding fucking band based in LA. And that's when like that shit. Oh my god, dude.
Oh,
so like
shit, dude.
They're based in. They were all like these kids in Woodland Hills, and they weren't like kids. Like the vocalist was like my age now. He's 26.
Yeah.
And Anthony and I were 20,
Mm-hmm.
and then they were all like around. They were all like older dudes
Yeah.
for sure.
I
Like they all
remember.
had like lives and like internships, and like they were You know what I mean? Like they all
Mhm.
drove like BMWs somehow, which I still don't know how the fuck that was possible. Like,
Yeah.
I'm 26. Where's mine? But like, you know what I mean? Like, I just thought that's what happened. When
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
As soon as you turn 26, you automatically get a BMW.
You front a metalcore paint,
Yeah,
and
for
you turn
reals.
26, and then you get a black BMW with
Yeah, for
nice
reals.
rims.
I'm still waiting for mine.
Yeah, it will happen. I believe in you. No, anyway, this is all gonna be just tangents, dude.
Oh, let's fucking get into it, man. Let's get into it, bro. So let's.
So yeah, I joined Reviver, and like, dude, I drove out with Anthony in like his. You remember his like 2007 Dodge Neon?
Yeah, his fucking yeah.
The Frankenstein car that just never died.
Yep.
And like just progressively got more and more band stickers on it.
Yep.
As it got older.
Yep. I think that was what was like keeping it together.
I remember I put like a terror sticker on the back.
Oh, you were the one?
And it never came off.
You're the one that put that there?
Oh yeah, terror. I put a Touche Amore sticker on there, and then he like put a monster sticker on there and a Joshua Tree National Park sticker, and like just kept getting like none of it made sense.
Yeah. I remember that Touche Amore. I didn't know it was you that put it there.
Yeah,
holy shit. Okay.
I kept because I would like keep getting the pre-orders. Like you know what I mean? I would just like on Death Wish Inc. If you ever like scroll their website, they have like 50-cent stickers of every band you can fucking imagine.
Death Wish?
Death Wish Inc. Yeah.
Death Wishing. Okay.
Yeah, dude. Like they're almost any band you can think of that's like gritty and hardcore.
Oh, I'm gonna check that out for myself.
Yeah, dude. No, pull that website up like anytime. It's that's a fucking move. But yeah, we would just take that car, which shouldn't have been driving anywhere. Now that I think about it, Anthony probably shouldn't have been driving anywhere either. He was a speed demon.
Yeah.
But I won't shit on him for that. Yeah, I will. Dude, we got pulled over going like 113 one time on our way back from band practice.
Yeah.
Or like it was like 120, something like dumb. Like Dodge Neon shouldn't even go that fast.
But he made it work.
He fucking pulled it off.
These little stickers.
Oh my god, dude! And I didn't even notice. I was like just texting in the passenger seat, and then like the siren lights up, and I just look, and there's headlights passing us at like fucking, Usain Bolt speeds.
Super speeds.
And I was like, No, but we ended up just driving out to LA and like practicing with them once.
Yeah.
And I remember like they all like the whole band like. I played with them and I like nailed the parts I thought, and they were like, we don't really think it's gonna work out, and they were all like smiling, and I was like, this isn't fucking funny.
Yeah.
Like I was like mad, and then they're like, we're just fucking with you, like you're in.
Shit, man.
Like, and I was like, but I remember for like a solid like 3 minutes they like let me believe that like I drove all the way out there and nailed the parts verbatim, and that I just wasn't like a good fit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like then like the bass player John like cracked a smile, and I was like, you, and like he was like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Fuck, man.
Yeah, and that was fun. I mean, we played with like bands that were like we played with a band called Modern Color. Who, like they still kick ass. They just put a record out called From the Leaves of Your Garden.
Okay.
And like, I mean, this was 6 years ago. We played with them at the House of Blues in Anaheim. So like, they've been putting in work this whole time. Like,
Shit,
they're a really good fucking band. Like anyone listening to this or like you after.
Yeah,
Pete that record. Like they're good as fuck.
I'm definitely gonna check them out. Excuse me. Yeah, I know. When you and Anthony were in Reviver, I know you guys played with some decent bands. I never got the chance to watch you guys play in Reviver.
Really?
I was always broke at that time, so I never got the chance to go.
We were too, dude. I don't know how the fuck we managed to like keep getting out to LA.
Yeah. I mean, I had a family at that time, so I wasn't doing shit.
Yeah.
But I know you guys played with, or you guys opened for the band Confide.
That was before I joined.
Oh, was that before you joined?
Yeah, that was before I joined.
Oh shit. Okay.
I had this guy. It was also named Anthony, playing guitar,
Mm-hmm.
and then he quit. And I remember he was bald by choice.
I love how you just said
he
by
had, like
choice.
a clean shaven head and like a big beard. And He was definitely cooler than me.
Yeah.
Better at guitar than me for sure.
Don't shit on yourself, man.
But I joined and I rocked that shit hard, dude.
Fuck yeah.
I didn't give up on that shit.
Nope.
Yeah, so I don't know.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, for some reason that guy like he was like busy with like work and stuff like that. I don't know why I had to bring up that he was bald by choice.
By choice.
What the fuck is the matter with me?
I don't know, man. Whatever. What the fuck?
He was a cool dude, but like I guess he was like working on it and like starting another project, so they like hit me up. And yeah, I mean it was like I stuck with that shit until like they decided to like put on the whole band.
Yeah.
And it was a lot of fun. I didn't play with Confide with them, but we played with we played with Slaves. Johnny Craig's like one of his most recent bands.
Oh yeah. You know what? I wanted to go. I wanted to go to that.
Yeah, it was fun as fuck, dude.
Yeah.
It was like 3 hours out like towards like Camarillo.
Yeah.
And, like,
I do remember.
Oh man. It was fun though.
There was some other bands that you guys played with. Hands Like Houses. Hands Like Houses was there.
It could have been. I was so
believe.
disconnected from like all that shit.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't have known.
Yeah. No, Anthony told me about that. You guys played with Slaves, Hands Like Houses, and he was like shitting all over Johnny Craig because, I mean, you know, who wouldn't shit on Johnny Craig? I personally love Johnny Craig and his vocals. I don't love Johnny Craig, but I love his vocals.
I'm like indifferent to it. I
Yeah.
always thought that he was really good in dance and dance.
Yeah.
I don't have shit to say.
Yeah.
I don't have negative shit to say.
Well,
let's let me saying that guy was bald by choice be the most negative thing I say about anyone in this whole interview. You know what I mean? I feel like that'll be a nice like low point for me.
Yeah.
I'll just work my way up.
Oh fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Well, no, I mean, you know, it is what it is. But you know, Johnny Craig has done some very shitty things.
Yeah.
But,
Well, yeah. That's. I mean, he was just sitting in the like. He was sitting in like the. What would you call it? Green room?
Yeah.
Yeah. I see. I really have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about. But like, he was just sitting there. He was wearing a big black, like, farmer's hat. He was just kind of hiding, and I was like, I didn't even like say anything. I was just like, you. You know what I mean? He just seemed like he didn't want to be bothered, and like I'm really not about like bothering people that are celebrities. I feel like they just kind of want to be left alone. So.
I mean, yeah, they deal with
cool.
that shit all the time.
Slaves killed it. They were like really good. You know, like everyone in that band was really good. So it was kind of like a nice privilege to be able to like be in a band like that and see like
open for something like that.
Well, we opened for them, and like, you know, it just like got to like know more people, like you know, on a first name basis, and like. It was just cool to like be out of the desert, honestly.
Fuck yeah.
And like, you know, be around music more. Because I didn't have like, this was before I went to school out in Orange County and like all that. So like it was just nice to like feel it, you know, and feel like I was more involved with like music.
Yeah, be around other musicians and, you know, just people that are intrigued with music. You know what I mean? And especially something along what you like, you know what I mean? It's basically I don't know, it's like going to a book club, you know what I mean?
No.
But for like music.
Kind of.
Like
going to a book club?
Yeah, like if you go to a book club, like you're going there to read books, you know what I mean? And conversate about books and
okay, yeah, I get
what I mean?
I get you then, yeah.
You go to a show and like, you know, you're there to listen to bands and stuff like that, but you're also like you may have the chance to like talk about other bands and
dude,
like
it's weird. Like I see kids from like when I was 16 playing with Break the Empire. Like before this fucking whole pandemic hit, like I would see kids at like 17, 20 or at like the Regent that I hadn't seen in like 8 years, and we would just catch up.
Fuck yeah.
And then like talk about music, and then we would like mosh and get a beer, and then like go home, and it was like, dude, it was like I never like stopped hanging out with that person. It was so weird.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's kind of like that. Like it's just like an admiration for stuff that you enjoy, and it kind of, you know what I mean? Like it's really easy to like wean out the people that aren't really about it, because the people that care are like at those things consistently for like years and years, you know, and they care. And I don't know.
Yeah. So So yeah, so you got to play alongside some bands. I know it wasn't something that was like long. There wasn't that much of a longevity with it, being in Reviver and stuff like that. But it is what it is. You know what I mean? You get that. It just gives you more time to.
It was a lot of fun though, and like I mean, I got to like everybody in that band was like such a weird fucking character. Like we had like this guy in the band named Paul, who was like just a fucking loud, like aggressive, like bearded fuck. Like he was so loud, and like he's so fucking funny.
Yeah.
And like I still think about that shit, and like he's one of the people, like I'll just run into him at a show, here and there, and like he's like done like pretty well for himself. Like he ended up like starting a clothing line, and like he's like moved to New York and like done a lot of cool shit.
Oh yeah.
And but I'll like randomly like run into him at like a festival. Like I saw him at a Bring Me the Horizon show.
That's weird.
Like he just walked by me, and I was like, Paul, like just really quiet. He was like, and like turned around like he was ready to kill. And he was like, "You son of a bitch!" And he was like, "Drink this!" And he gave me like this warm ass like stout. Like, he had like a warm Guinness, and I was like so stoked on seeing him that I just slammed this warm Guinness before the set started, and then I had a stomach ache, and I was like, but I ignored it because because I was stoked.
You had to.
You know what I mean? There's all kinds of people like that, just cool band members and.
My bad. Yeah, keep going, man. Keep going.
Oh, okay.
I just gotta fix this a little bit.
Oh, the pop filter, bring it closer.
Yeah. That was my bad.
No, you're good.
You always gotta have a little bit of technical difficulties. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you fucking roll with
it's
it.
Not real, you know.
Yeah.
Can't be too pristine.
Nah.
Weird, right?
Yeah. No. There's got to be a little like mayhem, a little bit of like, a little bit of a fuck up. You know what I mean? I don't want to keep it too tight, but that's cool.
I mean, we can talk about like recent bands. I guess
I lost my shit, man.
You want to just talk about like recent bands?
Yeah.
I've been like, I mean, before everything shut down, shit was like happening. Like I was going to a lot of shows. Like there was my favorite shit I had been to recently. I filled in on bass for a band called Face Facts.
Okay.
In Coachella Valley. Have you ever listened to them?
No.
They're pretty solid. Like a bunch of like my pretty close friends are in it.
Okay.
And they just hit me up. They always fucking do this, dude. I have this group of friends that like they have separate bands, and like I'll either like they'll hit me up and say they need somebody to fill in.
Yeah.
And it's like fucking 24 hours before the goddamn show. And I'll stay up all night fucking learning parts. And I'll have to like call out from work the next day because I'm so tired and like fucking annoyed. And but I played like a whole weekend of like 3 shows, like 3 nights in a row with them in LA.
Sick.
And we played at a house called the CBR House in Los Angeles.
Okay.
And it's really close to 1720 actually.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just like this random house with like a pretty big backyard and a garage.
Fuck, man.
And we played this inside the garage, and it was just like us and this band called Marrow and like this band called Exile. Just a bunch of like kind of like beat down, like heavier side, like almost deathcore bands.
Okay.
And us, I guess they were like Face Facts. They're like bridging the gap between like a little bit of beat down and a little bit of like hardcore.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're finding their sound. It's kind of working out pretty well for them, I think. But
Okay.
Dude, we played with them in this garage, and it was just like there were like 70 kids in this backyard, and like people were just beating the fuck out of each other. I got there super early with one of my friends, and like just fucking wailed on everybody.
Fuck, man.
Moshing and like knowing damn well I needed my hands for the set. Like just fucking, I just hadn't been to a show in like a few weeks, so I was like fucking antsy.
Yeah, you gotta get it out a little bit, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, and like it was like everyone was cornered in the garage, and there was like a big crowd where like the garage door was.
Yeah.
And there were a bunch of times where like the mosh pit would like expand past the garage door, and it would just create like a big circle, like horseshoe, like shape around the garage door, and like the pit would just be too big. It was insane, dude.
Yeah.
Like people were getting like kind of like wild with it.
Hell yeah,
And
dude. That sounds like
it
a
was
lot
really
of fun.
cool. And then like, you know, like a few weeks later, I saw Drain there.
Mm-hmm.
It was Drain and Dead Heat
Okay.
and Section Hate and a band called Risk.
Okay.
They're like a newer hardcore band from
Yeah.
LA, and they were supposed to play Sound and Fury this year at
Ooh,
Risk.
yeah.
And, I think they were. I saw them on the lineup, but like they, like, I don't know. But, you know, the whole world collapsed. You know.
Yeah.
We're all gonna die.
Yep.
But
We're all gonna die if we don't wash our hands. Basically.
yeah, I washed my hands like once this week.
Yeah. That's enough.
Yeah, it's plenty. No, but dude, that show was fucking wild, man. I took Bree, my girlfriend, and like there's like a bunch of like sheds in the backyard for like storage, and like we ended up like sitting on one of these sheds, and we were just watching, and people like kept like jumping on our shoulders and using our shoulders as like propulsion, like to like push off and fly into the fucking crowd, and people were jumping off the garage that I had played in a few weeks ago onto the crowd,
dude.
and like, dude, people were like fucking stabbing beers and like shaking them and just throwing. It was fucking wild. It was a music video shoot for California Cursed,
Okay.
I guess is what it was, which is like, I don't know, they did it right. Like they put out a really great hardcore record.
Wow.
I could go off on that shit, but like, yeah, that was a crazy weekend because I just saw like I played with like fucking 12 different fucking bands and like met so many people and just like dealt with like shitty sound guys in LA. There was a bar in Skid Row that we played that weekend called 5 Star Bar, and it was like I asked like there was like some like fucking, he had to have been like 65, and he just looked like he was like ready to like stab the next person that annoyed him.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And I was like, is this the only like surge protector here for like outlets? Because it shocked the guy that played that played bass on the last band.
Yeah.
He was like, yo, be careful, that shit shocked me. And I was like gonna plug my shit into it, and I was like, okay, I'm either gonna get shocked or my shit's gonna get broken. And so I was like, is this the only thing? And he was like, he looked at me and was like, I don't fucking care. And like,
Jesus
just, like,
Christ, man.
kept miking the drum set, and I was like,
Yeah.
what the fuck did you just say to me?
Oh, man.
And then like Andy, the guitarist at Face Facts, just looked at me and like smiled, like just out of like sheer like shock, and we were like, whatever, dude, let's get the fuck out of here.
Fuck, man.
Yeah, it was fun.
I mean that's just the kind of like treatment you get, you know.
Yeah, it was, but I mean, you know, it was like one of those things where like, sure, that was like annoying and that sucked, but like, Bill's character, it was fun. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, when else would I have had to deal with that kind of like just terrible punishment for being a human and asking a question? You know?
For real. And I feel like that's like the I feel like that's like the highest form of like treatment that you would get from somebody that works at a venue, because I'm pretty sure like there's been other
dude, it's bad.
venues where they're just like, you know, sarcastic assholes about shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's just like,
for the most part, people are like really nice.
Yeah.
But like, it depends on where you go. If you go, like, if you're a hardcore band, I feel like, and you play like a place that's like a thrash metal, like, you know, like fucking remnant of when Poison was a good band.
Yeah.
In the fucking 90s, you know what I mean? Like, if you play a place like that in LA as a hardcore band, I feel like they're not gonna
respect you much.
Yeah. Like you know, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. That's just my experience from that one weekend. But same thing with Reviver, when we played the House of Blues with Modern Color on that show. I just had like sound guys and people just like, I'm just minding my own business, and they're like dicks.
Yeah.
Whoa, dude.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like that's like as bad as it'll get.
Like, you're doing sound at the House of Blues in downtown Disney. Like, how bad can your life really be?
For real.
Yeah.
Like, you're working like a few blocks away from the fucking
it's like a really,
the happiest place on earth.
It's a guaranteed venue to be open. Like,
Yeah.
you're not gonna get a pay cut or anything.
Yeah. Be happy, motherfucker.
Yeah, it was weird.
Yeah. Be happy that we're here tonight playing, you know what I mean, so you could fucking work the event.
Oh, no, dude. I could never say that shit. I don't know. I've seen sound guys like spaz out and like unplug band shit mid-set.
Fuck, man.
Yeah, you can't be. I would never.
They control your fate.
Yeah, even if I didn't fuck with what somebody was acting like, I could never.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's just a dangerous game.
But I guess that's like one of the cool things about making it as a band is that you get your own sound, your sound people, you get your own soundboard and shit like that.
Imagine how tight that would be.
Yeah.
Or like, you know what I mean? Like, or like you getting that knowledge. Like, I have no idea. I wouldn't know how to like really like EQ a soundboard to my band's sound. Like, I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
Like I'm sure there's like some crazy ass shit where like you have to like I mean you have certain amps and amp heads that are gonna do like different. There's kind of a different output than like everything else, so you have to like match it and make it sound good coming out of an entire PA system. Like,
For reals.
Maybe I can only imagine that'd be tight. Just like make it that far, where you have a buddy who knows that travels with you.
Yeah. And you guys like basically connect on a different level every day, and you're not stuck with somebody that you don't fucking know, and that you know doesn't understand your sound or doesn't understand what you're doing.
The fucking old guy from 5-Star Bar. I don't care. I'll fucking call him out, dude. Whatever. They're so mean.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Maybe it's because we grew up somewhere that's not that cold.
Yeah.
Like, personality wise, you know what I mean? Like if we were at like fucking Frontier,
yeah,
and we're like, is this the only like outlet that works? You know, somebody would be like, oh no, there's one over here.
Yeah, or they'd be like,
I love you. Like they'd be like really sweet.
Yeah, or they'd tell you like, yeah, it is, but just this is a trick that I do that won't like shock you. You know what I mean? Or it'll like they'll be at least respectful and be like it is unfortunately,
instead
but
of, like,
just be careful.
Instead of in so many words, just being like fuck off.
Yeah, I know that dude was just like one word short.
It makes me laugh though, because like I don't know. I mean, putting myself in his shoes, like working there, I probably would fucking be just as annoyed. Like, you little fucker, I don't care.
Oh man,
it was a whole experience.
Yeah.
Like that's what I'm talking about. Like that whole, it's an entire experience. Like I can't imagine what it'd be like to like tour full time and go through that.
For reals.
I hope like someday, you know.
Yeah.
I'm not giving up that idea.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like because there's multiple ways of like touring and playing shows. There's the way where you have to deal with the sound people. You have to deal with the stage people. You know what I mean? And that's just from each venue. You know what I mean? Versus being in a band who already has their own sound people, their own techs, guitar, bass, drum, and vocal techs. You know what I mean? Who do everything for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you have a connection with those techs.
I mean, if you get if you get really into like, where did I go? Hold on. These cocktails. I went to For the Children, like just this last year in December, and it was at this place in Long Beach called the Ice House, or something like that.
I've heard of the Ice House.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, it could be that. I could be getting the name wrong, but it's like a big like storage like industrial building, and it's like 5 or 6 stories tall. You walk up this staircase. It's like a spiral staircase, and they just basically took a bunch of bungee cords and like wrapped them around like the center part so nobody can fall through to their death.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Like, so you walk up it the whole way.
Yeah.
And I went up there, and it was a pretty insane lineup, dude. I mean, there was like, you had Gulch and Hands of God and Disembodied and The Story So Far, and like Donnie Brooke played the show for the first time in like years, and they're like one of those hardcore bands that like my friends and I will listen to, and we're like, wow, that's like fucking insane.
Yeah.
Like, you think about it, like from 2005 or 6 or whenever. I'm sure it wasn't that long ago.
Yeah.
But like seeing them live, it was really cool. And like my point being is that like the sound guy there was like somebody that I had like always recognized at like Inland Empire shows and stuff like that. So it kind of like became like they did it right. You know what I mean? You just kind of have to find like that community in hardcore and like heavy music for it to work out right. You're not gonna get like people that care if you play like, you know, the leftover Motley Crue bars.
No, the Whiskey A Go Go.
In Skid Row. Yeah, like you're not gonna get that. Well, Whiskey A Go Go, I feel like maybe they have like some kind of fucking people that care.
Yeah, I've always wanted to go in there.
I've never been in there.
Never.
I've been to the Roxy.
Yeah. Oh, that one's kind of cool.
The Roxy is pretty tight.
Yeah.
I saw the Fever there.
The Fever?
Yeah, with that's Jason Butler's new band and Steve Otis from the Chariot.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, like they're pretty wild. Jason Butler from Let Live.
I've only heard the name, but
No, you never fucked with Let Live.
no. You know what's funny? Okay, so I'm gonna be real with you. I'm just now starting to get into the hardcore scene. I'm like slowly creeping into it, but it started out with Terror.
Really?
Because John
Terror played that show too. The For the Children Festival. That was like the one name I forgot to like bring up that I knew you would have been like, okay.
Yeah,
We're tying it all together for you.
Yeah, but yeah. So like it started it all with Terror. John and Junior love that band.
Fucking great.
But that was my intro to hardcore, like the hardcore scene. So I'm still trying to make my way through. Like I've been like slowly listening to Have Heart and all those guys. Stick to Your Guns also. That's another band that.
It's like a newer one you're getting into. Yeah, honestly, Stick to Your Guns, like, fuck, dude. I don't think about it that often, but like that band was like huge for me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I like lived and breathed that band for like years, man.
Yeah.
I fucking loved that goddamn band, and like they got me into like all these other bands that like kind of came out. Like I got into Terror because of Stick to Your Guns.
Yeah.
And then I got into like Bragging Rights, and then Beating as an Ocean, and then like Code Orange and Full of Hell. It was just like one big like spider web of like crazy shit. But yeah, well, Stick to Your Guns. That's a fucking great place to start because everything will start to make sense.
Everything unravels after you listen to, Stick to Your Guns. And that's where I'm at right now. I'm still trying to unravel that red carpet, and like slowly finding other bands.
Yeah, just kind of find it, fuck around with it, experiment. Like listen to what you think sounds good and just go with it. Like don't take any like starting points from anyone and like feel like that's the only group of bands that are hardcore or something. It's an umbrella term. I feel like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's funny because I like to follow. I like to not follow, but I mean obviously I follow you on Instagram, but I like to look at what you listen to because like I feel like I can trust you with hardcore, because you know so much about hardcore and like.
Like when I post like a screenshot of Spotify.
Yeah.
Damn.
Like I feel like you're like my trusted source.
That's
for hardcore,
wild, dude. Sometimes I feel like that's just like me, like passive aggressively, like just like posting stuff because I'm bored.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like I don't think anyone actually like looks at that.
I do.
Because like when I check Instagram, I just like I'll open a story and I'll just zoom through it unless I like see like something like incredibly that catches my interest.
Yeah.
Like if I see like an artist, I'm like, oh yeah. Like that's funny.
Yeah.
I can make you like a playlist or something like that.
I'm up for it.
Yeah.
It's funny because I had a conversation with my girl about having playlists and stuff like that. I'm almost like I'm anal about this shit, like about playlists. I'm anal about shuffle.
Shuffle?
Yeah.
I don't like shuffle.
I don't like having the shuffle button.
I like to go through an order.
See,
there's a strategy behind the order.
There's a reason why we're friends, man.
Dude,
there's a reason why we're fucking friends, man.
God damn.
I hate, dude. Like I'll get on Spotify, and I'll play a fucking band, right? And this certain band, I'll be like, okay, I don't mind putting shuffle on. You know what I mean? Play all their songs in unordered fashion. I don't give a shit. But then Spotify will start like mixing other bands into it, and I'm just like, hey, like I didn't ask you to play a different band. I'm asking you to shuffle their like this band's like shit. I didn't ask you for like for a reference or whatever.
That's just why I make a fuck ton of playlists.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm like, okay, I can just listen to this in order.
Mm.
I mean, you can shuffle, but like,
Obviously, yeah, but
I cannot stop burping.
oh, it's all good, man. That's what they got this.
Yeah, seriously. No, but I don't know. I just kind of, I don't know. I feel like a lot of like bands, like if you have you ever like just listened to a record and you can tell you're only getting a snippet of like a bigger like picture when you listen to one song.
Mm-hmm.
Like the fade in is, you can tell it's continuing from another song before it, or like after. You're like, this cuts off abruptly. Like there's the next track has to be like something. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I guess I get you.
Yeah. No, like my girl, like I said, my girl and I always have a conversation about that shit, and I'm slowly trying to creep up with the idea of having playlists and stuff like that, because I want to listen. Like if I want to listen to a band, I want to listen to all their stuff. Yeah. I don't just want to listen to one song. You know what I mean? But that's just me being an idiot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I just gotta open my mind a little bit more.
But I mean, you really just kind of just do your own thing. Huh?
Yeah.
Like I mean, there's no like right way or wrong way to do anything with like music. I feel like.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people get stuck in like this formulaic idea, like that I have to do it this way or like this, and this, and like obviously, like I know I just said like sometimes you got to listen to things in order and that stuff, but like you know, maybe you don't have to.
No.
Like, just listen to whatever, you know. I'll do that sometimes. Like there's a lot of bands out there where like you can like, I don't know about recent bands, but like I know that there's like people will do like the Star Wars thing. We're gonna make like a super cut of an album.
Yeah.
You know how like Star Wars, like they'll say like you can watch episode 3, then 1, then 6, then 5, then 2.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
People will do that with like Led Zeppelin albums and like other albums too, and like it fits together.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think people have been doing enough acid recently to pull that off as well. But
yeah, it's kind of acid has been, or like those like psychedelics have been kind of a fading.
Do you think Led Zeppelin did acid, or do you think they're more of a coke band? This is coming from a guy that's never researched it or watched a documentary on them.
Neither have I, but I feel like their introduction was weed, obviously, so? and then went into psychedelics, and then just got stuck on coke right before they went.
Maybe they never did coke. Maybe I'm just assuming that because they were all really skinny and talented.
Probably because they never ate. They just drank a lot.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that was the big thing back then was drinking and psychedelics. And weed. Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know either. I don't know anything.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of like, you know, just kind of like farting ideas out at you.
Basically, man. That's why I'm here. Trying to fart out ideas onto this microphone.
So, thank you for listening to this episode of Between the Lines of Chris Coronado with Gene Pietragallo. He's a good friend of mine, like I said. And I had way too much fun talking with him, so much so that we went at about like 2 hours with this podcast. So in any other case, 2 hours is too long, so I'm going to go ahead and split this conversation into 2 episodes. So this is the end of the first half. The next half I will be releasing as soon as I have it available. So without further ado, stay safe, stay shredding, okay? Please wear your fucking mask, and I will see you guys on the next episode. Peace.